I'm cooking lobster, and I'm feeling really good about it too.
Yeah! Woo! There's a keeper. There it is.
Right on.
Look at it. Look at it right there.
Yep.
There's a keeper, 100% from the back of the eye socket.
You guys ever seen a lobster in person that wasn't from a store that didn't have plastic bands on it? I mean, I guess it's not all that special, but it's pretty special to me. I think that's pretty cool. Now, touching the crawfish, crayfish, it's like a giant crayfish to me. I don't think I'd want to put my fingers in those pincers though. Those look pretty dangerous. Did you put your finger in there? Well guys, we're a little bit of a late start here, which is naturally to be expected after staying up late eating clam. But we're set to go. Chris is just getting set. Yeah, turkey hunting you should be up at the crack of dawn. But I don't hear any gobbling here. Gotta drive about half an hour to a spot where Chris says there's a couple hens hanging out. So we're hoping there's a couple of toms too. Let's try a couple calls here around camp. Nothing here, we gotta go to another spot. Guys, this is day 3 of the Wilderness Living Challenge. I don't know if you guys have ever watched one of these survival challenges, but we weigh ourselves in at the start, and we're gonna weigh ourselves out at the end. If we lose any weight at all, we lose the challenge. So basically the idea is to gain or maintain our body weight. That's how you win it. Living off of only wild food. This morning we're going to try for turkey. And now it matters. We're not out hunting. We're trying to live off the land. So it's not just survival, it's actually trying to thrive. This is not survival per se. This is living, wilderness living. We don't eat, we're not going to make it long term. So if you're just joining me on this, probably missed a bunch of episodes. So you probably want to go back, follow the whole adventure. You'll probably learn something. Alright guys, we're off and running. We got Chris here, it's like Zach's apprentice. He's going to be my apprentice today. He's got some hunting experience, probably a little bit more than Zach, so he's got a property in mind that he's got at least a couple hens hanging around. Probably, we're hoping there's going to be a gobbler nearby, but he's perfectly willing to just go down the road. If we see a turkey that's huntable, ask the property owner and get right on it. A turkey in some random field over there, not one we have permission for, but they're out. I'm not sure if that was a hen or a gobbler, but I zoomed in enough, maybe you guys can tell. But if I can't confirm it's a gobbler, I'm not going to try to hunt it. I'll keep going. That's a gobbler. It's a jig. I had no beard. Maybe you guys can tell. I'm just looking on a small viewfinder, but it looked like a hen to me.
That's like 3 ants already here. Hey, making too much noise, I know. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. It was a deer tick for sure, though. You got a tick? Yeah. Deer tick. I have no idea where it went. Fuck it. I felt it already, though, so hopefully I'll feel it next time. We got 4 or 5 birds out there, but I don't see a gobbler. Thought we had some really good fiddleheads, but these are not ostrich fur fiddleheads because they don't have the groove in the center, so these are not edible. See if we can see over the ridge. We came to the corner of the field and we couldn't see over the hill, and we don't want to walk in the field because if you walk in the field and you go over the ridge and they see you, they're gone and the hunt's over. So the big thing about turkeys is eyesight. Second is hearing. So you gotta fool both of those to get a turkey. So far we've been able to fool their eyes, but we still gotta shrink the distance. And doing this on an empty stomach is tough, man. This is a wilderness living challenge though. We gotta eat, and we gotta do it legally, making it even harder. Tomorrow, no Sunday hunting, but the alewives open back up tomorrow, and we got to check our lobster traps this morning. That's something I'm really looking forward to. The clams yesterday, guys, got to catch up. If you haven't been watching, the clams are outstanding, and that's something we can do today too. We can get lobster and clam. Alewives tomorrow. We'll be in good shape. Hey, Chris is coming back down. Let's see if he saw those birds over the hill. We might have to come back today and set up. Wait for them to come back to roost. What'd you see, man? Nothing?
Nothing. So I'd say that they dropped down on the back side of the hill, which I can't really see from the top here. That I can see pretty much the entirety of the field, and nothing's there. So,
all right, we'll keep walking.
Pushing back up into the field.
Okay. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, we can.
It's almost time to head back for breakfast. No. Actually,
there is leftover clams.
There's some clams left over, yeah. And I'm hunting hungry. Real hungry.
Never fun. Heightens your senses though, doesn't it?
Yeah, heightens your senses. Like, I gotta get on it, man. And I'll swing around on these birds. Get some kind of crack at them. And then might head back to something a little more certain. Get to go after those clams that don't move. Hopefully Zach's back at camp and he's cooking up some clams. That would be really great to come back to. Wow, I'm not in the field anymore now. We went all the way around.
Full 180 around the field.
We'll head back over there where we saw those other hens and we'll do the shortcut up through the field. It's not ideal, but what are you gonna do? They're smart, man. Smart birds.
Fucking red squirrel.
They're in season and they're eating your bird feed.
They are. They'll eat. Little meal there. Couple calories.
Anyway, you take what nature gives you, and SHTF, you better be shooting out your back porch, because if you're not, you're missing out on some pretty easy calories. So this is alewife that I've prepared so that it's more portable. It's actually ground up. We grind it up in a blender, and bones, skin, minus the scales, minus the head, and then I baked it in the oven. Does that look good? Have you tried it?
That's what I thought was deer meat.
Have you not tried it?
I have not tried it.
Well, I have the bottom part there. I gotta just bit out of it, but take a bite and tell me what you think. That's alewife, just ground up.
It's honestly not bad. Like the looks of it looks horrible at least. It looks like deer meat, I guess. It's honestly not bad.
Time to get back to camp and do the walk of shame. Oh, it's the walk of shame. I mean, we tried. We went out hunting and weren't successful. What do you expect? I mean, that's the risk that you have. We're trying to go out and get some food for camp. Is you're either the hero or the zero.
I made fish head soup.
Yeah.
And coffee.
Cool.
And I'm just waiting for you to figure out, now that you guys came back, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
We got the clams, we got the lobsters. We were talking about him going up and digging some more clams, and Malcolm going with him, and you and I going out and getting the lobsters and coming back and having a feast.
Sure.
was
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Can we eat clams before we go?
That's what I was wondering if you wanted to do.
Yeah, you were waiting to find out if we had a turkey or not.
Well, that or no, I was just I would
Yeah.
I would like to just go get the lobsters, but if you're hungry, then we should eat clams.
Yeah, I'm hungry. And it won't take that long, right? An hour
No.
or so.
Yeah.
We'll get back in plenty of time.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd rather eat a little bit now and then
Yep.
hit the road. So we got a plan now. We're gonna eat we'll eat the clams that we have left over from yesterday. If you guys are just tuning in, you missed a bunch of stuff going on. We probably ate half of them yesterday, so we still got half left, which is awesome. We got all those alewife still. We'll find out if there's an edible in a bit. It's not going to add a lot of meat to our spoils, but it's going to be some red meat, which is a change for this challenge. Those rare things like red squirrel's not open. We can't legally hunt them in Canada. They have to be trapped. They're a fur-bearing mammal, but here they're classified as small game animal. I'll set you guys down here, and maybe you guys can have a view of what I'm doing. And get our fingers under here. Sometimes it's a little tough. And we want to get our thumb underneath the leg, and we're going to pull the foot through. And then we're going to get our finger again on the other leg. I'm going to pull that through. I'm going to pull that one right off. And then there's the tail. Look at that, we kept the tail. You can make flies with that. It makes really good fishing lure. Anyway, there's a little bit of lead in there. Take this off. I'll probably, if the skin doesn't come off the head too easily, I'll just cut the head off. I don't know. I don't think I want to eat brains because I don't think it's going to help me in this competition. Normally I probably would. There's some reports about getting prion disease from heads. I just cut the head right off. And then I cut the tail off because we don't want to cook that. But we can keep it. So there's your mostly food. All that's left is the guts on the inside. I won't show that, but you get the idea. I'm going to cut here at the sternum. I'm not going to puncture the soft guts here because that'll make a mess. And then I'll be able to pull it out just like I would a fish. I keep looking at the viewfinder. I just want to make sure I'm in the frame here. I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to you guys. Okay, so that's about it. You're going to get about a handful of meat. It's not much. I would barely think this is worthwhile. I wouldn't do it unless it was, you know, a nuisance animal or, you know, doing somebody a service. But this thing's been eating out of the bird feeder over there, and I don't think they're too happy feeding the squirrel. Maybe they do. I don't know. People like squirrels and like animals and stuff. But the thing is, I take this guy out, and there's going to be another one. All right, guys. There we got the guts exposed here. Sorry, I can't really show this. I mean, you'll lose your appetite. I have other videos where I've shown this. So, I mean, or you can subscribe to the channel. You can join it, and I'll show you. And then I can show you whatever I want. Here's a little heart. We'll keep the heart in there. That's edible. I'm gonna cut the paws off. You don't really have to, but I'll just cut the paws off at the joint. Sometimes it makes sense to actually break the joint like that and then fold it over here and then just cut them off. That way you save your knife, because you're not cutting through bone. You don't want to drive a knife through bone ever if you can avoid it. So. All right, Zach, we got options. We got choices. What's your preference? You want to smoke it?
You could,
Stew it?
Well, we got the clams going right now. Why don't we stick it on the smoking stick or something? We can stew it up later with some of those alewives or something.
Yeah, I think we should wadobo it first, right?
Oh yeah, wadobo and smoke it.
Yeah.
It'll turn it into a squirrel jerky. Wadobo, the first ever wadobo squirrel jerky.
There you go. All right, so we could throw it in the pot and boil it like a clam, or we could put it in our smoker and smoke it like a fish. So I think we're gonna smoke it like a fish. I'll put some adobo on first. This is for sale on Zach's website, and it's a collaboration between the two of us. So when you're supporting my channel, you're supporting Zach's channel, and we get to keep doing more of these adventures. So that'll be in the link on the bottom. This stuff makes everything taste good. Everything, and I'm not even joking, everything. Let's throw it up on the smoker. So I got this pretty wicked fish rack set up, so I think I should be able to just thread it up and pretty much leave it there. I've only got one hand right now, but I'm gonna lift it up and make sure I get it underneath so it doesn't end up on the fire. It's probably pretty safe there, as long as nobody bumps it. So we'll let that smoke with his fishy friends, and hopefully we'll be able to eat these. I know they're bony, but I think smoking them long term might make the bones brittle enough we could just chomp right through them. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So we ate these yesterday, so you already know how she goes. You guys should go back and watch that, but there's a whole process for cleaning them. You get the foreskin off, I guess we're calling that. I don't know, we're about there. We're gonna add some adobo spice, just the taste, mash that around. And we found probably don't chew too bad because we did a pretty bad job harvesting them. So a lot of them are just like, they're broken, and then we end up with a bunch of dirt in it, and then you grind up your teeth. You eating back there yet, Chris? Here.
Should I eat some?
Yeah, man, here.
You picked them.
Adobo?
Yes, for sure. Let's get it.
I want to try some adobo. Yesterday I only salt.
Yeah, we worked hard for a turkey, didn't happen, but we're gonna try again later today. Hopefully make a go of it. But these clams are definitely worth it. I probably think at this point it's probably worth collecting clams. It's probably more productive than trying to collect a turkey, but hey, we'll try a little bit of variety in here. Natives ate turkey if they could get them. Hard to hunt with a bow and arrow. Thanks for taking me turkey hunting.
Thank you, sir. Hopefully we'll be able to get you something.
Yeah, we're gonna keep working on it. I like clams.
They're good.
They're really good. You're from Maine and you've never picked them before?
Yeah, never picked them. Yeah, it's kind of, that's the way it goes, I guess. You just get convinced to buying's the way to go, but I mean, financially, this is definitely the way to go.
For
$20,
yeah.
3 days.
Good?
Delicious pop.
So because you're not in the Wilderness Living Challenge officially, you're gonna replace all the ones you eat?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And I'm gonna call turkey in for you.
There you go, that'll help. And you also gave me a salad yesterday, so that's repayment for the salad you made me. Good, Zach?
Oh, they're delicious.
Aren't they?
Best $20 ever. Hard work, but man, so delicious. Oh.
Chris and Malcolm, while we're going to get lobster, are going to get more clam. So at least we'll have something for dinner tonight. We're hoping we have a lot for dinner tonight. These are really hit a spot. So easy to eat, and you can eat easily a pound or two if you got them.
A rinsing bowl, huh?
It's a clam party. It's the opposite of a sausage party.
Clam pop.
No? I'm just hoping we keep this going. Keep the string of good luck going. There's a porcupine den on Zach's property. So I think when we come back, I'll put the trail camera out and maybe we'll get some activity. I think it's probably worth taking a walk around the property to see maybe at night if they come out of the dens. I didn't know porcupines live in dens. I always just hang out in trees, but apparently that's a thing here. So we can put the trail camera around the den area
and then if one's moving around, I could check the trail camera next day, and then we can pay more attention. We'll have a pit stop, grab the boat. Whew. Talk about changing hats to get things done. Did I hear you say we're not hungry yet?
Yeah.
Dude, you're not hungry yet?
Not really.
Really? Not really?
Well,
I'm starving. I just ate a pile of clams and I'm starving instantly.
really?
Yep. Almost out of my fish cakes. Take that with me. So, we need to be successful here. It's pretty exciting, although the water is really high. So hopefully we didn't set our buoys too low. If the buoys are too low and the rope's too short, we won't be able to find our buoys.
What a beautiful day for it. Yeah! Woo! Oh my goodness! Woo! I'm like nothing in the bait part of the trap. Nothing. Touch the bait. Right there from the back of the eye socket to the too small. One too small. I see one that's definitely big enough, so I don't know how many we got here. It's too small. Let me check this guy. That's not looking good. There's a keeper. There it is.
Right on.
Look at it. Look at it right there.
Yep.
That is a keeper, 100% from the back of the eye socket.
Nice.
With the tool. Man,
that was painful. We had, I don't know, Zach figures about 7 in there. We had to throw every single one except for one. Man, the laws do not want us to survive out here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They're handicapped so much by regulations and rules just to protect the wild species. But what can you do? We got to follow the law.
Yeah,
you know?
If somebody else didn't follow the law, then we wouldn't even be able to have that one. Because it'd be all gone.
That's
so,
true.
You know?
So they were all like this much too short, like
Even
barely,
closer,
like just a hair.
a paper.
Yeah.
Piece of, like, so you got her measure here. She's good, or he, and then like that. If it was bigger than this, we'd have to put it back, and we're checking it for eggs. No eggs, and there's no notch on the second to back flipper because it hasn't had eggs before. Otherwise, we'd have to throw it back. And we did the same thing to this one, just so you guys can see. These are both boys. Both males, because they have, see right here, they have hard fins.
Yep.
If those were feathery, that would be females. So we don't have to worry about the eggs anyway.
That looks like the hull is gonna produce 3. So my prediction was 5. Zach's was yours 5?
Mine was catching 5 and keeping 3. So
Okay.
way more than that.
So yeah, we caught way more than that already. So I think I'm on par. I'm looking good. I think maybe 6 now would be probably what we'll end up with by this rate. We'll see.
Wait, look, when it's that close,
Oh man.
that'd be number 7, but it passes over when we put it in this eye socket. It's not worth the getting in trouble. That was close. So we're up to 6, right?
Yeah, 6 or 7.
6. That would have been 7.
That was 7. Okay, we got 6.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know if we made our calories on that, to be honest, but we gave it a good go. So we load up. We got 7, I think, in total. You guys are gonna have to do the math on that and figure out whether you think we netted out or not. I think if we kept every single lobster we caught, it would have been good, but again, follow the laws. You guys, if you've been following along, you know how much I started with. I have 1 bite left and I'm actually going to eat it right now. And that's it. I've eaten all my alewives. Those were two bags, right, Zach?
Yeah.
You surprised I ate all that? I've been snacking on it.
That was what, from the beginning you ground up 8 fish?
Yeah, 8 fish.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I've probably eaten 20 alewives already this season. Painfully eating them. They're not good. Have you guys seen Zach's reed
fort? Here, let's go and have a peek. Oh, their fish are still smoking. Look at that. Well, kind of smoking. They probably need a little bit more. Hey, there's a squirrel. You guys remember the squirrel from this morning? Yeah, that needs a lot more to go. It's pretty warm, and that's on the verge of spoiling, I would say. We're gonna get a water boiling. I've never cooked lobster before. Zach tells me it's pretty easy. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna boil up a gallon of water. Ideally we'd have salt water, but we didn't have a bucket and we forgot. So we got fresh water. Zach says we bring it to a boil. We drop the lobster in, and that's it. It's as simple as that, I guess. Like I said, I don't even remember the last time I ate lobster, let alone, I've never caught a lobster. I still technically haven't caught a lobster, but I think I have enough knowledge now that I could catch a lobster.
You guys ever seen a lobster in person that wasn't from a store, that didn't have plastic bands on it?
I mean, I guess it's not all that special, but it's pretty special to me. I think that's pretty cool. Touching the crawfish, crayfish, it's like a giant crayfish to me. I don't think I'd want to put my fingers in those pincers though. Those look pretty dangerous. Did you put your finger in there?
That's like a 2-pounder.
Yeah, these are pretty heavy.
6, yeah.
Like, do you think we're gonna be able to eat 3 apiece?
Easily.
Easily?
Yeah, easily.
Even without butter?
Yep. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah?
Butter won't matter. I think we should put a little adobo in the water.
Okay,
but...
put your finger in there.
Whoa, he's fast. Let's do a crush test. Watch this. This is called hypnotizing the lobster.
What?
I could do lobster yoga. I can hypnotize them.
No.
Yeah, watch. Ready? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Boom.
No. That's like the shark trick when you turn them upside down.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Where they take a shark and they turn it upside down and they just leave it and it gets all dummy?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look at that, it's sleeping. Oh, it's just puking. Well, that's a good way to purge it, maybe. Look at all the stuff coming out. Just oozing. And those things are wild looking. So we need this water as a boil. Getting there. We want those lobsters to die instantly.
We got some seaweed. We're gonna throw that in the bottom. That'll add some saltiness to it, steam it up, and I think some adobo.
For sure.
Let's put some adobo in there because we didn't bring back salt water.
I mentioned that.
Oh.
Because I don't know how to cook lobster at all.
We should have brought back salt water just like we did with the clams and boiled them in the salt water.
Yeah, we should have.
But I mean, we can replicate that by adding some adobo, which I think will be epic.
Before we dump that in, I want to ask a question. Can we eat that?
I don't know, we're gonna cook our lobsters in it. He finally fell over. We're gonna cook our lobsters in it, so we could try it. I don't think it's something we're gonna want to eat piles of.
Is there calories in it?
There's calories in it, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, you buy the seaweed wraps at the store that you can like eat stuff in all the time.
Yeah, this is for Holden. Holden loves those seaweed wraps. He buys them, he buys the packages and he eats them as a snack.
I'll send some back with him for you, Holden.
I guess he had enough of the handstand. Now he's doing backstroke. Wake up, buddy. I know, that's kind of mean. I don't believe they're a very high life form and they're self-aware. Do you? Maybe we'll put it back in the bucket. I don't know if the existence in the bucket's any better though. What do you guys think? We are going to dispatch these humanely by dumping it into boiling water so they die instantly. I'll put that back in the bucket. I don't know if it's any better in the bucket, to be honest. It's best not to think about these things. Ooh, it's boiling.
It's boiling. Steam these puppies up.
Just buy it already. It goes with everything, even lobster.
Salt that water since we didn't bring back salt.
Zach's coaching me off camera because I really have no idea. I'm like, you want them all in? He's like, yeah, put them all in. I'm like, well, they're not all gonna fit. He's like, we're gonna steam them. Ah, okay. All right, so I'm cooking lobster. Here we go. We ready?
Yep.
Is this the send off?
That's enough. Goodbye.
Bye, lobster. Thank you for your sacrifices. And here comes last but not least, number 6.
I'm cooking lobster! And I'm feeling really good about it too. That's gonna be what? You think about a pound or two each? No, a pound each. So if we're gonna get 3 pounds of meat right now?
Yeah.
Dude, you know what that means? That means you're about to get something good.
Yeah.
When you rub your hands.
Yeah.
And this adobo smells awesome. Did I say smells? I think I said
smells.
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 I'm slurring my speech, dude. I'm hungry. We give them 7 minutes, and then to check to see if they're done, we just pull their antennas, and if the antennas detach, I guess that's the indicator that they're done. So the ones on top are just steaming. The ones at the bottom are obviously like cooking. So they're looking really good. I can't remember, I don't think I mentioned this before, but I can't remember the last time I ate lobster. Like, I don't go to the store and order lobster. It's so darn expensive. I don't know how much we pay for it in Ontario, but it's a heck of a lot of money. It's like 20 bucks. 20 bucks a lobster. I can't afford 20 bucks. I mean, I could probably buy one lobster. But this is a whole unique experience, man. Going out and getting lobster. I don't think it was like a bucket list item, but I thank you guys for watching on YouTube, because you guys are making this possible. If I wasn't doing this, I could not justify being away from my family to do this kind of adventure. So I do really appreciate you guys tuning in, leaving comments, subscribing or not, whatever. Yeah, well, I mean, I care about you guys. I don't care if you guys subscribe. That's the same thing. It hasn't changed. So yeah, I'm really thankful for this experience. So thank you guys for allowing me to do that. Maybe that's something we need to look into for a season of the Wilderness Living Challenge, where we trade like a lobster, the value of a lobster or whatever. We just say we want like a stick of butter for it.
Equal calories. So we find out what a lobster per pound in calories counts as, and we trade it for equal calories in whatever substance we want.
Right, I mean, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like a stick of butter, if it equals the same amount of calories as 1 lobster or 5 lobsters.
That's a fair point. Or we could do economic value, because the economic value, I mean, we don't weigh economic value in terms of calories anymore. We used to. Sorry if I'm squatting, there's lots of black flies coming out right now. It's just the perfect time for black flies. Wow, that's hot.
What a feast. Back here,
Yeah,
squeeze it,
yeah.
and pull it out.
Okay,
Very simple.
yeah.
I probably have to break it again back here. Like that.
Yep.
Pull that out, and then that should pull free. And then inside here you have to break. Is there still? There's a little. I thought there was a little blade in the middle. It must have come out. Oh, here it is. There's a little blade in the middle, and sometimes it will come out with the meat, and other times it won't. Oh,
What is it?
it's so good.
You think this white stuff's fat?
Yeah.
You guys have a look at that blob of fat. It's salty and rich. I'm gonna crush the claw at the front. And then we gotta find a piece of cartilage on the inside here. We'll take that out of the claw. We don't eat that part. For the tail, we're gonna fold it back, like so. And then we're gonna take the back and we're just gonna bend that backwards, like so. That's it. And take our finger and we're going to force that tail meat out to the front, like so. Just eat that. It's all good. We have no idea how good this tastes right now. I'm going to eat so much of this. We have 3 full lobsters. If you guys know how many calories in lobster, let me know. If I don't. That's really good meat. Really good meat. There's also going to be meat in all these little knuckles. We'll bust these up. We'll take a stick and we'll shove it through. Extract all of it.
including the knuckle up here. Come apart. Expose the inside here. The brown mash is, I don't know what it is. It's got a fancy name. You guys let me know what the fancy name is for that. Tastes good, whatever it is. Mmm. That's really good. So Malcolm came back. They well, we screwed up because we sent them out for looking for clams and at high tide. You can't look for clams at high tide. Did you know that?
Yeah, there's nothing. The water was completely covering the clam field.
Yeah, so they're out. I mean, they're not in the competition. That's why we ate all the lobsters. But Malcolm's convinced me to eat the seaweed.
Try it.
Try it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's like it's weird. It's like a green bean.
You guys see that?
It has like a green bean taste to it. It's a boiled green. I'm telling you.
It's really not bad.
Yeah, it's like a boiled green.
It's flavorless, really. Okay, I'm gonna take one mouthful and let's see if we react to it.
Yeah. Give us about 3 hours.
3 hours.
If we're throwing up on camera, you know why. No, but I'm telling you, this is what they used to do. The Asian cultures eat it all the time.
It's a fair amount of green.
Yeah. And it comes right out of the sea.
It tastes fine. It really does taste fine. Oh.
I'd eat it. I have it in sushi all the time.
How would you feel about supplementing that with some porcupine? Because there's one over in the tree.
No. You guys found a
No, I just found it just now.
You just found a porcupine?
Let's go.
Dude, we gotta go now.
Yeah, let's go. You serious? You found them?